Today, I feel like talking about something that we take for granted, and sometimes downright forget. It surprises me that we as NBA fans don't always have Klay Thompson on the forefront of our mind. So in this video, I'm going to do a tribute to his greatness, and make sure that we never forget how great he is. You know, Steph Curry should be blamed for this. Steph is so insanely gifted that even though he's playing with another generational talent in Klay, people often let Steph's greatness overshadow Klay's in their minds. We as fans should allow their powerful impacts on the NBA to coexist. If you agree with what I said, hit the like button and share the video so everyone else can do the same. Talk about it in the comments, and subscribe to get more great videos like these from the channel. When you hear the word record, what comes to mind? When you hear the word record in basketball, who and what comes to your mind? When I hear somebody say NBA record, I immediately think about Ray Allen, Steph Curry, Wilt Chamberlain, and Klay Thompson. I then go on to think about something incredible that each of these players have done, and I start to wonder if I'll ever witness it being done again. Sometimes, if I'm in a GOAT debate, I start to think about one of Kobe's records, and how it disqualifies him from the conversation. More on that later. A record in the NBA is something done by a player or teams that's so great or so bad that it surpasses what other NBA players or teams have ever done. Sometimes it's such a remarkable feat that we may see it as impossible to ever be achieved again. We're all excited about new records being set, especially when they're set by our favorite players or teams. It makes us feel that we're supporting greatness, and all other players or teams become smaller in our minds. There's nothing wrong with that, guys, especially if you're a Warrior fan. The Golden State Warrior fan base has had a lot of records to celebrate over the past few years. And this is largely in part to the dynamic duo of Klay Thompson and Steph Curry. Klay Thompson didn't start to develop into a scoring machine when he entered the NBA. He was actually a standout scorer of the basketball from when he was in college at Washington State. In the 2010-2011 season, he led the Pac-10 in field goals, field goal attempts, three-point field goals, three-point attempts, and points per game. Can you think of how it may have blown his mind that these achievements could someday contribute to his jersey being retired at the college level? I bet he was thinking of how phenomenal it would be if he was able to replicate his college success at the NBA level. And here he is, doing the same thing again and wrecking records. Man, I can't wait until the Beast of the Bay returns. Wait, did I just give Klay the coolest nickname or what? Beast of the Bay Klay, let's definitely use it so it catches on. Hashtag Beast of the Bay. Wilt Chamberlain almost single-handedly broke the NBA with his ridiculous talent. The guy was pretty much able to do anything he wanted when he stepped on the basketball court. Because of that ridiculous talent, Wilt Chamberlain has most of the major records in the NBA. The one that I think is the most impressive is his 100-point game. Man, 100 points in a game? Wow, that is impressive. If Wilt decided he was going to achieve something in a season, there was almost zero chance that the opposing players and teams could have done anything to stop him. The only thing that I think Wilt's game was lacking was a deep shot. This is one of the reasons why Klay's ability to own records in shooting is so impressive. I think he has records that Wilt would never be able to break, even if he decided he wanted to break them. Man, nobody can dispute the fact that Ray Allen is one of the best shooters to have ever played the game. But I don't think he got the opportunity to show us what he was truly capable of, because the NBA wasn't as three-point centric in his era as it is now. I often wonder, if Ray Allen was playing in an era where he could get up 10 or more threes a game, how dangerous he would have been. Don't get me wrong, Ray had a phenomenal career. If you were to go back and watch tapes from the days before he went to Boston, the guy was no easy mark. He could pretty much score from anywhere. He was like a more athletic James Harden, with 80% the handles. He was really good. If you look at the Boston days, you'll also see greatness at a championship level. I brought up Ray Allen because Klay Thompson has the record for the most three-pointers in a game, and I wonder if Ray Allen could have gotten it if he was playing in this era. I really don't know, guys. It's a toss-up. But the fact that I could only think of one other player in the past that could possibly even come close to getting that record from Klay says a lot. The record is 14, by the way. The Beast of the Bay hit 14 three-pointers in a game against the Bulls on October 29th in 2018. The previous record of 13 was held by none other than, yep, you guessed it, Stephen Curry. Guys, who do you think has the most impressive records in the NBA? If you're an older fan, I think you're going to be leaning towards Wilt's 100 points, or Ray Allen's league-leading three-pointer scored. And if you're a younger fan, I'm going to say you're going to put any of the records made by the Splash Brothers in a hat and pick one. I don't know, maybe the 14 threes made by Klay, or his most points in a quarter. Oh, man, don't forget Westbrook like KD did. He's got the most triple-doubles in everything. And those records are pretty good too. I don't know how he got in this video, but shout out to Russ for doing his thing in Washington. Steph has some really good ones too. He has the most threes in a season and the most threes in a finals game. If you ask me, I think the most impressive record in the NBA is the 100 points by Wilt. But of course, some haters are going to say that Wilt didn't have much competition in his day. But man, I see many NBA-level bum teams taking the court night after night, and yet still, no one's even gotten close to scoring 100 points against him. In this era, though, I'm going to have to ride with my man Klay, the Beast of the Bay. 14 threes is hard, bro. That is some alien-level shh. So who do you think has the most impressive record in the NBA, guys? Let me know in the comments below. Alright guys, so Klay Thompson has the most points ever scored in a quarter at 37. And guess what? He broke a record set by Wilt Chamberlain to get that. And even more amazing was that Wilt was playing for the Golden State Warriors way back in 1962 when he set that record. Things really do come full circle, huh? Yep. Klay set that record in 2015 when he was playing against the Kings. The man forgot that he was to keep his demigod form a secret and went into God mode against the Kings. Man, I think that man in black guy who was supposed to come and wipe our memories lost his job that day because we all still remember the murder that Klay committed on the court that day. Man, the Kings needed more than a couple beers after that game. One of the biggest questions on my mind is, can the Beast of the Bay break more records when he returns? If he returns 100% healthy, then that question will change to, when will the Beast of the Bay break more records? I don't know. Something in me believes that he's going to break some ridiculous record in his first game back. Would it just blow your mind, guys? I mean, it is possible that he could return 100%, or close to it. Just look at KD and how good he is whenever he returns from missing time. What records do you guys think he can go for when he gets back? I think he can get the 14 threes. Man, I hope that MIB guy lets us keep that one when it happens. I also think he could get the most threes in a playoff run, because he'll definitely be hungry after missing so much time. I predict he will be lighting it up. The future is going to be so bright for Golden State Warrior fans. Get it? Lighten it up? Bright? No? Oh, okay. I'll go back to the beer. Speaking of the most threes made in a single playoff, Klay Thompson has the most threes in the playoffs, tied with Steph Curry. In 2016, Klay Thompson managed to hit 98 threes in the playoffs alone. Oh, nostalgia. Sweet, sweet nostalgia. Never left my mind. What do you guys think? Do you believe Klay's records are safe? Can he keep them away from Steph? Can another player in the NBA today knock off one or a few? Harden, Lillard, Ice Trae, PG-13, KD, maybe? I don't know. Anything can happen. Maybe the Beast of the Bay comes back and gets a few more, just to freshen things up. Oh yeah, and that Kobe record I mentioned earlier. I know, most of you were thinking I forgot. It's the record for the most missed shots. As always, guys, thanks for watching. See you next time. Peace.